All right, we're going to talk about lead optimization using Membrain, which is our new piece of technology that we've developed. So, at the moment, when we buy leads, okay, we buy leads from the lead providers represented by this monkey. We buy the leads and we send them to the call center. Okay, that's the process. Now, if we often that's all that happens. Sometimes the lead results get back to the lead provider, but often not. This changes. We now have something called Membrain. Okay, the lead provider generates the leads. The leads hit Membrain. Membrain has a whole bunch of intelligence built into it. So the first thing it'll do, it's going to look at that phone number and going to say, have we already called that person? Is it a duplicate? In other words, is it already on the database or on a suppression file? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to say, do we recognize this person? Are they on one of our do not call lists? So have we had a problem with this person in the past? Have they made a major complaint against any organization? So are they not worth the risk of calling? Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to check our deceased lists. We're going to check that they haven't been, we haven't identified them of having passed away recently. We're going to check also our calling history. So across all of the Membrain databases, we're going to say, has this person been attempted recently? Is this number valid? Can we actually say we'll get through? Is it worth trying? And that's only a few of the examples. Membrain has a whole bunch of these intelligent checks built into it. Okay. So assuming that lead is identified as being correct, we're then going to look at the shape of the lead. Okay. Does it have all the data? Does it have postcode? Does it have state? State, for example, is critical because we need to know what time zone we're in to make sure that we call it appropriately and legally. So we're going to check all that information, and if possible, we're going to correct that information. We're going to append it. So if it's missing state, we'll add one. If the phone's not in the right format, we'll tidy it up. So we'll do all the cleaning of the data as well at Membrain before we release those good leads through to the call center. So now we've got fewer leads, but much more validated and much more quality leads coming through to the call center. So rather than that traditional process of leads coming through across to the call center like a hammer where you just get all the leads and you bash away trying to get a contact rate and a conversion rate, now with Membrain in place, we're going to take all the leads, we're going to filter out the problems, we're going to bring just a few leads or less leads through to the call center. So now we've got a scalpel, so we can be surgical on who we're calling and we can make the same results for far less effort. Okay, at the same time, all that data that we blocked at the Membrain level goes back to the lead provider. That allows us to do two things. It allows us to not pay for that bad data, but it also allows the lead provider to optimize their buy. And it's not just the bad data going that way, it's actually the results as well. So we'll take the sales data and the results, we'll pass it back through Membrain so it adds to the greater Membrain intelligence, but we'll also pass that back through so the data provider can buy better media, can buy better leads. So not only can they knock out the bad stuff, but it actually helps them optimize as well. So hopefully we'll end up in a situation where the lead provider is not only buying better data, we're knocking out any problems, we're making far less phone calls, and we're buying less data from the lead provider. And that's it in summary.